Hello there! So it's been a while since I've spoken about something that wasn't books, and this year both Vanessa over at Chbosky and Lauren at Lauren and the Books did a video about their tea collections, and I thought I enjoyed watching those videos so much that I would talk you through my tea collection today. I will link both of those down below. I would definitely recommend checking them out if you haven't already. I think there's something about books and tea that just go together so well. In fact, talking of, I made a tag a few years ago now about books and tea. I'll link that down below as well. If you like books and tea, you might be interested. I don't claim that my tea collection is anywhere near the lengths that both Vanessa and Lauren showed, but I've got a fair few teas. So let's get straight into it. I will start with my staples, which are actually in these jars. I keep them on the side just because it's easier. They're both from the Tea Emporium, which is a shop in Bath where they just do lovely teas. It's a lovely little independent shop, and also a T2 has opened across the road. Now I know a lot of people like T2, and I bought tea from there once, and it was really lovely but really expensive, but I really don't like the fact that they've come along right opposite this independent tea shop which has been there since I've been here, so 8 years, and probably a lot longer before. They've literally opened up across the road. I think it's really horrible, and also the prices in the Tea Emporium are like less than half. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I do not like T2. Me and T2 are at war, and I have not bought any tea from them since that first excursion in there, mainly because of the prices. I could not believe someone would charge that much for tea. But anyway, so these are both from the Tea Emporium, and I've got vanilla chai here, which is a black tea, but it's got cloves and cinnamon and things like that in it. I'm sure most of you already know what chai tastes like, but this has got these little blue flowers in, which are something to do with vanilla. They're not vanilla, but they're something, they're called vanilla something, and they give this such a really lovely, it is almost a vanilla-y taste. It's so rich and deep, and a lot of chai teas, I find, as you'll see going on, have a lot of ginger in them. Now I can't stand ginger. I know most people love ginger. I cannot stand it. It's too fragrant for me, and I get weirded out when it's in my tea. This is a chai tea that doesn't have much of a gingery flavour at all. I'm sure there are ginger pieces in there, but you can't taste them, and they're not overriding, so I really, really love this. I have yet to find a chai tea that I enjoy as much as this one. Then I've also got a peach green tea. Now I don't generally like green tea, but I picked this up because when I was little I used to really enjoy iced peach tea. It's not often that you see peach tea for sale, so when I saw that they had a green peach tea, I picked it up, and it's really lovely. It kind of, because it's got the flavour of the peach pieces in there, it doesn't have that earthy taste that a lot of green teas have. There is a slight earthy aftertaste when you first start drinking it, but the more you drink it, I find the more it just tastes like peach tea, and it's really lovely. And this is kind of my summer go-to. If the day is too warm to justify a chai tea, I'll have a peach tea. Then we're on to the boxed teas, which, as I say, those are my two staples. If I have them, I will drink those. But if I don't have them, I have these ones. If, you know, I don't get to go to Bath for a long time, I have to go quite a while without my favourites. And that's where these ones come in. And most of these have actually been bought in an attempt to try and find a close-by alternative to my favourites. Not gone well. So, we've got Twinings Spicy Chai Tea here. I bought this a few months ago because when I first started drinking chai tea, the only chai tea that I could find that tasted how I wanted it to taste was the Twinings one. However, they have now changed it to be spicy chai. Obviously, it's not your stereotypical spicy, but it's almost got pepper in it or something, which for me makes it undrinkable. I think this would probably be quite good if you had like a cold or something and you wanted to really clear yourself out. But for a general relaxing drink, it's too spicy for me. One thing I do like that they've now done is that they all come in separate little packages, which is good for taking out and about, especially when I go to people's houses. I don't particularly love breakfast tea, so I like to have a chai tea on me. But as I say, I was really quite disappointed in this, and again, this ginger flavour in this is really, really strong, which, as I said, I'm not keen on. Then I also bought this Karma chai in a health food shop near me. Again, this has got the benefit of being individual little packages, which I like. This is actually an organic herb chai, so it's not your typical black tea based chai tea. It is literally a herbal mix of spices, which I quite like. Again, the ginger is quite quite strong in this, so I wouldn't necessarily pick it up just on a whim. And also the flavour is a little bit weaker because it hasn't got that heavy black tea in there. But these are drinkable. If I don't have my favourites, I will drink these, and I would probably rather take one of these around with me than one of those spicy chais. Then I've also got a vanilla chai by Pucker here. Again, they are in individual little packages, so that's a bonus. Again, it's a caffeine-free tea, so it's not got that black tea undertone. And also I find that, again, the ginger is quite strong in this, and it's almost less of a chai tea and more of a kind of, it almost tastes like a ginger biscuit, which is nice, but it's quite strong and it's quite sweet, and I don't know, it's not what I would call a stereotypical chai tea. Again, I think because it is the caffeine-free version. It's nice enough and I like it as a treat, especially around Christmas time, but again, it's not anywhere near the vanilla chai that they do in the Tea Emporium. Then I have got peppermint tea bags. I really enjoy peppermint tea. If I go to a cafe, I would generally order peppermint tea because you can be sure that places have got that, whereas not many places do chai teas. And if I don't have my peach tea, this is the green tea that I go to. Again, it's kind of a summer drink for me. I think it's really lovely in the summer months to have a hot drink that is refreshing because it's got the mint in there. Yeah, I just really like peppermint tea. It's easy to get as well. Sometimes I find that with more special teas you pay over the odds, whereas peppermint tea you can get in Asda. I think this box is like 80p for 20 tea bags, so bargain. Then I've also got your standard breakfast tea. We just have Red Label by Sainsbury's because they're cheap. I think this whole bag, which has got 160 tea bags in it, I'm pretty sure it was like £2, and they're functional. As I say, black tea is one that I don't go to often, although I did have a period recently where I drank quite a lot of black tea and I did start really enjoying it. I think the thing is, where I'm vegan and also where I generally drink chai tea anyway, I don't use milk in my tea, and because I'm in the habit of not using milk in my tea, if I do have milk or like a vegan alternative, it just kind of curdles in my stomach. It tastes like it's just out of place and really creamy. Anyone who doesn't have milk in their tea will understand that. Like, when you just have it, it's just normal, but as soon as you stop having it, you can really taste the milk kind of curdling in the hot water, and it's not nice. So I don't have milk in my tea, and for that reason breakfast tea can often be quite bitter. Even though chai tea is black tea based, I don't find the same with that. I don't know why. It just doesn't have the bitter undertone to it. I suppose because it's got the spices in there as well. Breakfast tea does definitely get bitter. However, as I say, I have been enjoying black tea this year. I think it helps if I'm literally a dipper and a taker out. I can't leave my tea bag in there, else it just gets too bitter to drink. So there are those ones. That is all of our tea collection. As I say, nowhere near as extensive as Vanessa and Lauren's, but there are a fair few there, and I would recommend trying some of them out if you get the chance, and I would definitely recommend visiting the Tea Emporium in Bath if you get the opportunity to do so as well. Please let me know down below what your favourite teas are, and I will see you next time. Bye!